Have you ever stopped to think that money doesn't just respond to hard work or intelligence, it also responds to your energy? The way you present yourself to the world sends out invisible signals that either attract or repel prosperity. Imagine someone who walks into any room radiating confidence, calm, and abundance. That person doesn't need to beg or convince. Their energy already communicates power. The secret is understanding that wealth is, above all, a frequency. Many people believe that simply asking the universe or repeating abundance affirmations will make wealth appear. But in reality, communication goes far beyond the words you speak. Every thought charged with emotion is a message you send out. Every posture you hold in meetings or negotiations creates a wave that reverberates. And together, these waves form your vibrational communication. This vibrational communication is happening all the time, even when you're silent. The way you sit, look, breathe, and even how you handle your emotions in financial situations reveals what you truly believe about money. If you transmit insecurity, the energy around you picks it up and responds with scarcity. If you transmit certainty, abundance is naturally attracted. It's as if there's a radio frequency where wealth is always broadcasting. Those who tune into that station attract opportunities, connections, and ideas. Those who vibrate at another frequency only notice obstacles, losses, and blocks. That's why mastering this tuning is far more powerful than relying on effort alone. The key lies in aligning your mind, emotions, and body to send the right signal. Many still don't realize that vibrating scarcity often happens automatically. Phrases like, "I can't afford it," "it's too hard," or "money is tight" are just the tip of the iceberg. What truly matters is the emotion behind those words. If you think about money with fear, anxiety, or distrust, that's the vibration you're spreading. And energy never lies. Now imagine replacing those signals of lack with signals of abundance. Trading a closed-off posture for an open, confident one. Replacing fear with gratitude, even before you receive what you desire. Adjusting your breath and visualizing prosperity as if it's already here. This sends a clear message to the universe. I am already abundant and I am ready for more. This vibrational key isn't about fooling yourself. It's about training your body and mind to act as if you're already aligned with prosperity. When your brain receives these signals, it begins creating new neural pathways that support positive beliefs. Gradually, your energy field strengthens and opportunities begin to feel like coincidences, when in truth, they're responses to your new vibrational pattern. Another essential point: this frequency can't be sustained only in isolated moments. It must be cultivated as a daily habit. Just like brushing your teeth every day, your financial energy also needs maintenance. Every morning when you wake up, you decide which frequency you'll transmit, one of fear or one of abundance. That decision, repeated over time, shapes your destiny.
Those who learn to use this vibrational key realize that attracting wealth isn't magic. It's a natural result of being in alignment. The right people show up, ideas flow, and doors open without excessive effort. It's as if the universe begins conspiring in your favor because it finally understands the message you're sending. And that message is clear: I am ready to thrive. So before you focus on external strategies to build wealth, ask yourself, what energy am I communicating right now? The answer may reveal whether you're attracting abundance or unintentionally pushing opportunities away. Remember, your vibration is the language money understands. And once you learn to speak that language, wealth begins to seek you out. The most amazing part? This is only the first step, because in the next few minutes, you'll discover how small, often overlooked details in your communication may be completely blocking your financial flow. Stay with me until the end, because I'm going to show you how to align everything in a practical way so that wealth finally starts looking for you. The 4 pillars of magnetic wealth. If the vibrational key is the doorway to prosperity, the pillars are the foundations that sustain wealth over time. A building doesn't stand strong because of one structural detail alone. It's the combination of its foundations that gives it stability. Similarly, your relationship with money depends on 4 fundamental pillars: beliefs, emotions, communication, and actions. Each one acts as a filter that shapes your financial vibration. The first pillar is beliefs. Everything you think about money, consciously or unconsciously, forms the basis of your financial reality. If you believe that money is hard to earn, the universe simply confirms that truth for you. But when you replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones like "money flows to me easily," your vibration begins to align with the flow of abundance. The second pillar is emotions. It's impossible to attract prosperity while vibrating fear, anxiety, or desperation. Negative emotions act as blockers of abundance, even if your beliefs are aligned. On the other hand, when you connect with gratitude, confidence, and enthusiasm, you create a magnetic field capable of attracting unexpected opportunities. Emotions are vibrational fuel. The third pillar is communication. This is perhaps the most underestimated of all. The words you use, the tone of your voice, and even your body language are constantly sending messages. If you speak about debt with despair and helplessness, you transmit scarcity. But if you talk about financial goals with excitement, even before you've reached them, you're signaling prosperity. Communication is the code the universe deciphers.
The fourth pillar is action. After all, it doesn't matter what you believe, feel, or say if your actions aren't aligned. Action is the energetic proof that you're ready to receive. It's when you apply for that new position, start a business, educate yourself about finances, or negotiate with confidence. Consistent actions reinforce the frequency you're transmitting and show the universe you're committed to abundance. When these 4 pillars align, you create what we call magnetic wealth. It's not just about having money, it's about becoming a person who naturally attracts prosperity. It's as if your energetic field starts working like a magnet. The stronger this foundation, the more consistent the flow of wealth in your life. A common mistake is focusing on only one pillar and neglecting the others. Some people take a lot of action but still carry beliefs of lack. Others feel positive emotions but don't communicate clearly with the universe. The truth is, all 4 pillars need to work in harmony, like gears in the same machine. If one gets stuck, the whole structure weakens. It's important to remember that no pillar is fixed or unchangeable. Each one can be developed, adjusted, and strengthened over time. With every strengthened belief, aligned emotion, clearer communication, and consistent action, you expand your wealth frequency. It's an ongoing process, but the results build up in surprising ways. Magnetic wealth isn't just about technique, it's about consistency. It's not enough to align these pillars once and then go back to old patterns. The secret lies in the daily discipline of nurturing these 4 areas. Day by day, your energy becomes more magnetic, attracting the right people, opportunities, and prosperity. So ask yourself right now, how are my 4 pillars? Which one needs strengthening? By answering honestly and taking action, you begin the process of alignment. And when all 4 pillars are strong, wealth has no choice. It's drawn to you like iron to a magnet. The statistic that changes everything. We often believe words are the most important part of communication, but research shows that only 7% of communication is verbal. The rest is 38% tone of voice and 55% body language. This means when you talk about money, what really matters isn't what you say, it's how you deliver the message. This statistic changes everything because it shows us that wealth doesn't respond to beautiful phrases or positive affirmations alone. If you say, "I am prosperous," with a shaky voice and slumped posture, the universe reads the real energy, insecurity, and doubt. On the other hand, when you communicate with clarity, confidence, and conviction, even without words, you're sending out a powerful signal of abundance.
In the financial world, nonverbal communication is everything. Imagine 2 entrepreneurs pitching the exact same project to investors. One speaks with enthusiasm, steady eye contact, and confident posture. The other speaks timidly, avoids looking people in the eye, and slumps their shoulders. Who do you think will attract funding? The difference isn't in the words, it's in the energy they transmit. The same applies in everyday situations, negotiations, job interviews, or even asking for a raise. A shaky voice and defensive posture communicate that you don't believe in your own value. The universe and people respond to that message with rejection or lack of recognition. On the other hand, a steady voice and open, grounded posture send a signal of prosperity, opening doors almost effortlessly. This 738-55 rule shows us that the subconscious picks up on signals far beyond words. The energy you transmit is constantly shaping your financial reality. That's why paying attention to your posture, breath, tone, and even facial expressions is a crucial part of communicating abundance. Money, like people, responds more to who you are than what you say. The good news is you can train your energetic communication. Practice in front of a mirror, record your voice, work on your breathing, and rehearse confident body language. These subtle adjustments create a magnetic field far more powerful than just repeating empty phrases. The key is aligning your words, tone, and body with the same intention of prosperity. This statistic also explains why many people say the law of attraction doesn't work. They talk about wealth, but energetically, they transmit lack. They make positive declarations, but with a hesitant voice and unsure expression. The universe doesn't respond to words. It responds to the energy behind them. That's why results don't show up, further reinforcing their limiting beliefs. Another crucial point: your body doesn't lie. Even when you try to convince others with your words, your body language reveals what you truly believe. If you believe you don't deserve wealth, your body will show it. If you believe you're prosperous, confidence comes through naturally. That's why inner work is non-negotiable. Aligning your beliefs and emotions so your outer communication becomes consistent. Mastering the 738-55 rule means accepting that true communication with wealth is often silent. It's your gestures, your energy, and your presence that tell the universe whether you're ready to thrive. Words can deceive others, but they can't deceive vibrational frequency. Abundance is attracted by what you vibrate, not what you recite. So if you want money to start seeking you out, begin by adjusting how you communicate without words. Let your presence signal abundance before you even speak. When your body language, tone, and words are fully aligned, you send an unmistakable message: I am prosperity. And that's a message the universe never ignores.
The 3 types of financial communication. When we talk about communication, we usually think only about how we speak with others. But in reality, there are 3 levels of financial communication that determine the flow of wealth in your life. The first is communication with the market: clients, colleagues, bosses, partners, and opportunities. The second is communication with yourself, the internal dialogue that shapes your beliefs. And the third is communication with the universe, the invisible field that responds to your energy. Communication with the market is the most visible and practical. It's how you present yourself to financial opportunities. If you show confidence, you convey value and attract recognition. If you show fear or a mindset of lack, you convey weakness and push possibilities away. The market responds to the energy you project far more than to your words. Communication with yourself is even more powerful. Your constant inner dialogue creates the foundation of your vibration. If you repeat phrases like, "I can't do this," "money is hard to get," or "I'm not good with finances," you're reinforcing a frequency of lack. But when you cultivate thoughts like, "I am worthy," and "wealth flows to me," you reprogram your mind and align your financial energy. Communication with the universe is the most subtle and spiritual level. It's how your intentions, prayers, and declarations vibrate in the energetic field. Often, you might talk about abundance, but vibrate anxiety and impatience. This inconsistency sends mixed signals, and the universe responds with blocks. When there's alignment between your words, emotions, and faith, manifestation happens much faster. These three levels are interconnected. It's no use communicating confidently with the market if deep down you believe you don't deserve wealth. It's also no use declaring prosperity to the universe if in your daily life you sabotage yourself with words of lack. True financial communication is about coherence, body, mind, and spirit emitting the same frequency. It's like an orchestra. Each instrument can play alone, but only harmony among all creates a symphony. Similarly, each type of communication influences your financial field, but only integration generates true abundance. The market is the visible stage, your inner dialogue is the score, and the universe is the conductor. When everything aligns, wealth flows naturally. A practical tip is to start with your inner dialogue. It's the foundation that influences the other levels. If you strengthen positive beliefs and train yourself to think abundantly, your body and words will naturally change. As a result, your communication with the market and the universe becomes more coherent and magnetic. Another essential point is to observe market signals as reflections of your internal vibration. If opportunities aren't showing up or always slip away, it might be time to revisit your inner dialogue or how you communicate with the universe. What happens externally is just a mirror of what's happening internally. By adjusting your vibration, you adjust your reality. It's also important to practice gratitude on all levels. In the market, be thankful for the opportunities you receive. Internally, be grateful for your progress and learning. With the universe, give thanks for what you already have and what is yet to come. Gratitude is a direct form of communication with abundance, one that opens doors in every area.
Eliminating noise requires awareness and practice. Getting rid of interference takes awareness and practice. Start by paying attention to how you talk about money, with others, with yourself, and in your relationship with the universe. Then replace those signals of lack with clear signals of abundance. For example, instead of saying, "I can't afford this," try asking, "How can I make this work?" Swap complaining for gratitude. Adjust your posture to convey confidence. These small shifts alone can already clear your energetic frequency. With every bit of interference you remove, your vibration becomes purer. It's like tuning an instrument. The better aligned it is, the better it sounds. When your communication is free of static, the universe understands your message clearly. As a result, opportunities begin to show up without you having to force them. So ask yourself, what kind of interference is sabotaging my financial communication right now? By identifying and removing these blocks, you create space for wealth to flow naturally. Money doesn't like confusion. It's drawn to clarity, gratitude, and confidence. The short circuit of prosperity. Imagine an electrical wire with a faulty connection. It only takes one weak link to cause a short circuit. The same is true with the energy of prosperity. A single misalignment among the three types of financial communication, with the market, with yourself, and with the universe, can cut off the flow of abundance. And what's worse, it often happens automatically, without you even noticing. Let's take a practical example. You decide to ask for a raise at work. On the market level, you walk into the meeting with unsure posture, a shaky voice, and downcast eyes. Internally, you're repeating to yourself, "Do I really deserve this?" And at the same time, on the universal level,
You're complaining about the economy and thinking, things never work out for me. The result? A vibrational short circuit that repels money. This kind of short circuit happens when there's a mismatch between your words, your emotions, and your actions. The market picks up on your insecurity, your mind reinforces lack, and the universe receives signals of complaint. No matter how much you want to prosper, the message you're sending is one of doubt and low self-worth. And as a result, the financial response you receive will reflect that. Another example is entrepreneurs who dream of success but constantly say things like, "I never get lucky," or "No one supports me." Even if they have a great product, the energy they carry radiates distrust. Customers sense that energy, and the universe responds with blocked opportunities. The short circuit occurs when your vibration doesn't match your desire. The good news is that every short circuit can be prevented through conscious alignment. Before making any financial decision, it's essential to check in with your inner beliefs, adjust your outer communication, and align your energy with the universe. If any one of these three areas is out of sync, it's like trying to power a machine without enough energy. It just won't work.
One of the biggest dangers of this short circuit effect is that it creates a negative feedback loop. When you can't seem to prosper, it confirms your limiting beliefs and reinforces feelings of scarcity. This, in turn, creates even more insecurity in how you show up in the world, and more complaints sent out to the universe. The cycle repeats until you consciously decide to break it. To avoid this pattern, it's essential to practice self-awareness. Notice your thoughts before you act. Ask yourself, am I internally aligned with what I'm about to ask for or negotiate? If the answer is no, pause and adjust your energy first. Taking action while out of alignment only reinforces the short circuit. A practical technique is conscious breathing combined with visualization. Before any financial decision, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and imagine the ideal outcome actually happening. Feel the positive emotion of that result. Adjust your posture and repeat a power phrase. This small adjustment can prevent the short circuit and completely transform the situation. When you begin to align all three levels of communication, your financial message comes through clearly and consistently. The world perceives your confidence, your mind reinforces your worthiness, and the universe responds with opportunities. The short circuit turns into a steady current of prosperity. So remember, prosperity isn't just about wanting, it's about aligning. Your words, emotions, and actions need to vibrate in harmony. When that happens, money has no choice but to flow in your direction. The financial alignment technique in just minutes. Before any money-related interaction, you can adjust your energy in just a few minutes. This practice is called the financial alignment technique. The idea is simple. Your body, voice, and intention need to be in sync before a meeting, interview, negotiation, or even a personal financial decision. This quick ritual prepares your energy field to attract the best possible outcome. The first step is conscious breathing. Close your eyes and take a deep breath through your nose, filling your lungs and expanding your abdomen. Hold your breath for a few seconds, then exhale slowly through your mouth. Repeat this cycle 3 to 5 times. This practice calms your mind, reduces anxiety, and brings mental clarity. Without clarity, communication becomes muddled and the universe receives mixed signals. The second step is visualization. Picture in detail the result you want to achieve. If you're heading into a negotiation, visualize the other person accepting your proposal. If you're presenting a project, imagine applause or approval. The more vivid the scene, the stronger your vibration.
Your brain doesn't distinguish strongly between reality and imagination, so you're already creating the energetic field of prosperity. The third step is body alignment. Your posture sends messages before you even speak. Open your chest, relax your shoulders back, lift your head, and maintain steady eye contact. This posture communicates confidence, both to others and to the universe. Your body sends a message to your subconscious that you're ready to receive wealth.
Step 4 is adjusting your tone of voice. Before entering an important situation, practice saying a few phrases out loud with clarity and conviction. For example, say, "I deserve abundance and I am ready to receive it." Speaking this affirmation with confidence creates a vibrational anchor. When it's time to speak with others, your voice will naturally convey assurance and authority. Step 5 is aligning your inner intention. Ask yourself, what do I truly want from this situation? If your intention comes from fear or desperation, the result may feel out of sync. But if your intention is to contribute, prosper, and grow, energy flows in harmony. Clear intention is the invisible engine that drives financial manifestation. This entire technique takes less than 5 minutes and can be done anywhere, before a job interview, a sales pitch, asking for a raise, or even before opening your banking app. What matters is turning this practice into a habit. The more you use it, the more natural it becomes to maintain vibrational alignment in all your financial interactions. Many people fall short because they act without this preparation. They enter important situations feeling nervous, holding negative beliefs, and carrying unaligned body language. The universe interprets this message as doubt and scarcity, which blocks results. But when you take just a few minutes to align yourself, everything shifts. You begin to radiate confidence, clarity, and prosperity. The financial alignment technique isn't just about money. It can be applied to any area of life, relationships, health, personal growth. After all, you're communicating vibrationally in all these areas too. Money is simply one reflection of how aligned you are in every aspect of your life. So the next time you're dealing with finances, don't just go through the motions. Pause, breathe, visualize, and align your body, voice, and intention. This simple ritual can turn ordinary negotiations into extraordinary opportunities. It's like tuning an antenna. When the signal is clear, wealth responds immediately. The financial abracadabra. Did you know that the word abracadabra comes from an Aramaic expression meaning "I create as I speak"? This principle is one of the oldest and most powerful secrets of manifestation. When we apply this to finances, we realize that every word we say about money is, in fact, a decree. You're either creating prosperity or unintentionally blocking your own wealth. Words carry power because they hold energy and intention. When someone repeatedly says, "I'm broke, I can't afford anything," or "money just causes problems," they're decreeing scarcity. These phrases aren't just sounds, they're commands that reinforce negative vibrational patterns. The universe interprets these decrees as instructions and responds accordingly.
On the other hand, phrases like, "Money comes to me easily," "I am worthy of prosperity," and "My wealth grows every day," act as keys to abundance. These positive declarations reprogram your subconscious and align your vibration with prosperity. The secret lies in repeating them with genuine emotion and consistency. It's important to emphasize that simply saying the words isn't enough. Your tone of voice and the emotion behind them make all the difference. If you say, "I am rich," with fear or doubt in your heart, your energy contradicts your words. But if you speak with confidence, feeling gratitude and excitement, you create a powerful frequency that resonates throughout the energetic field. This is the true abracadabra of finances, understanding that your voice is a magic wand. Every word you speak is a spell that shapes your reality. That's why it's essential to be mindful of what you say about money, both in moments of joy and during challenges.
Even in difficult situations, consciously choose words of abundance. Another powerful practice is to immediately replace negative phrases with positive declarations. If you catch yourself saying, "I don't have money for this," replace it with, "I am finding the resources to make this happen." This simple shift completely changes the energy you're putting out, opening the door for creative and unexpected solutions. Many millionaires apply this principle without even realizing it. They rarely speak about lack or scarcity. Instead, they talk about growth, opportunities, and expansion. This kind of language creates a field of confidence that attracts investors, clients, and partners. It's no coincidence. It's aligned vibration through the power of words. You can amplify this abracadabra effect with daily rituals. Write down power phrases in a journal. Repeat them out loud in the morning and before bed. The more emotion you put into them, the stronger the decree. Your subconscious absorbs these messages and begins to steer your choices accordingly. Once you understand the creative power of words, you become more conscious of what you say. Every time you open your mouth to talk about money, remember, you are decreeing your financial future. The choice between prosperity and scarcity begins with the vocabulary you use. So the next time you hear the word abracadabra, remember it's not just a magic trick. It's an ancient reminder that you create your financial reality through the power of your speech. Wield this magic wand wisely, and money will begin to obey your decrees. In the beginning was the word of business. The biblical phrase, "In the beginning was the Word," is one of the greatest spiritual keys to understanding how reality is created. The Word has always been seen as the seed of manifestation. When we apply this principle to money and business, we understand that every decree, affirmation, and even verbalized thought is a creative code that shapes our finances.
The soul of a millionaire. True prosperity comes from within, more than any strategy, technique, or affirmation. The soul of a millionaire isn't defined by a bank balance, but by the alignment between beliefs, emotions, words, and actions. When all these elements come into harmony, money flows naturally as a reflection of an inner state of abundance. Many people try to get rich through external effort alone, without aligning their inner world. They carry limiting beliefs, emotions rooted in fear, negative self-talk, and actions that don't match their goals. This imbalance creates an invisible barrier that repels money, no matter how hard they work. True prosperity only happens when there's internal harmony. The soul of a millionaire believes in worthiness. It doesn't see money as something negative or scarce, but as a tool for growth and contribution. This belief generates positive emotions, which translate into empowering words and aligned actions. The result is a magnetic vibration that attracts wealth without forced effort. Another trait of the millionaire soul is constant gratitude. Instead of complaining about what's lacking, it celebrates what's already present and visualizes what's on its way. This mindset creates a cycle of abundance because gratitude makes room for more. The universe responds to gratitude as an invitation to pour even more prosperity into your life. The millionaire soul is also disciplined. It doesn't give in to impulses of lack or self-sabotaging thoughts. It maintains daily alignment practices like visualization, affirmations, and confident posture. This discipline isn't burdensome, it's liberating because it creates a stable and consistent energy field. The real magic happens when your soul, mind, and body vibrate at the same frequency. That's when you believe in prosperity, feel prosperous, speak about prosperity, and take actions rooted in prosperity. In this state, there's no room for short circuits or interference. Everything becomes coherent, and abundance flows as a natural consequence. The essence of a millionaire understands that money isn't the end goal, it's the means. It's energy that circulates, expands possibilities, and creates positive impact in the world. When your intention is to contribute, grow, and help others, wealth multiplies exponentially. The universe supports those who use money with purpose.
That's why cultivating the soul of a millionaire is more important than chasing external shortcuts. When you align your essence with abundance, results appear inevitably. Wealth becomes a reflection of your vibratory identity, not just your effort. To wrap up, remember this: money always flows toward those who are in tune with it, but the key lies in cultivating a soul that's aligned, grateful, and confident. When your soul vibrates with prosperity, the universe conspires to help you live like a true millionaire. If this resonated with you and you want to continue on this journey to prosperity, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because every week I share new secrets about attracting money through the law of attraction. And hey, it doesn't stop here. Click on the video that's popping up on your screen right now, because in it, I share a simple nighttime exercise that can activate your subconscious mind and attract money while you sleep. Go ahead. This next step is essential for your financial alignment.
So here's the bottom line. True prosperity isn't just about talking to the right people or repeating affirmations. It comes from alignment between what you put out into the world, what you tell yourself, and what you communicate to the universe. When all three levels are in sync, money has no choice but to find its way to you. The kinds of noise that block your money. Just like with a radio station, when there's interference, the message doesn't come through clearly. The same goes for your financial communication. Those invisible blocks are what we call abundance noise. They distort your vibrational frequency and keep money from flowing naturally into your life. The tricky part is, these noises are often so ingrained that you don't even realize you're sending them out. In your communication with the world, one common type of noise is a scarcity mindset. That's when you go into negotiations already believing you don't deserve to be paid well. When you offer your services or products from a place of insecurity, you're sending a message that you don't trust your own value. In response, the world reflects that back with rejection, lowball offers, or a lack of recognition. In your self-talk, noise shows up as negative phrases you repeat to yourself. Sayings like, "Money is dirty," "I wasn't born to be rich," or "Only people who inherit money get wealthy." These aren't just words, they carry emotions that shape your energy. If you believe money is bad, you'll unconsciously push it away. With the universe, noise often comes in the form of impatience and ingratitude. A lot of people ask for prosperity, but constantly complain that it's taking too long to arrive. That kind of mixed messaging sends conflicting signals. It's like planting a seed and digging it up every day to see if it's growing. Ingratitude cuts off the flow because the universe senses you don't truly value what you already have. These financial noises act like energy blockers. It's as if you're broadcasting on one frequency, but static is keeping your signal from getting through. Even if you're doing everything right, making declarations, visualizing abundance, these noises can cancel out your efforts. That's why it's so important to learn how to spot and eliminate these invisible forms of self-sabotage. One of the biggest sources of noise is the constant fear of losing money. That emotion creates such a strong vibrational field of lack that it inevitably attracts situations where loss occurs. People who carry this fear often make impulsive decisions, turn down good opportunities, or even undermine their own success. Fear is one of the fastest ways to push prosperity away. Another powerful noise is comparing yourself to others. Whenever you look at someone else's wealth with envy or resentment, you reinforce the idea that you aren't worthy. That emotion vibrates at the frequency of lack, not abundance. On the other hand, when you genuinely celebrate other people's success, you tell the universe you're ready to receive too. Comparison can be toxic or transformative. It all depends on how you use it.
Just as the universe was formed through the word, your financial life is also shaped by what you speak. If you constantly repeat, "I can't grow," you're creating a limit. If you declare, "My prosperity is inevitable," you're planting fertile seeds in your vibrational field. The universe always responds to your words, whether they're positive or negative. Words are more powerful than intention alone because they give vibration a tangible form. Thoughts are invisible, but words give that energy sound and shape. That's why so many spiritual traditions place such importance on mantras, prayers, and declarations.
They act like programming codes for reality. And when applied to money, they shape your financial destiny. In business, the word is also the foundation of persuasion. Successful leaders and entrepreneurs understand that how they communicate their ideas is just as important as the ideas themselves. When they speak with clarity, conviction, and enthusiasm, they convey confidence and attract clients and partners. Words are tools for both creation and connection. It's important to understand that simply reciting wealth declarations mechanically isn't enough. Your words must align with your emotions and actions. Saying, "I am prosperous," without truly believing it or taking aligned action is just empty noise. But when what you feel, what you say, and what you do are all in harmony, your words become creative forces. That's the true biblical power applied to prosperity. A practical example is turning business meetings into true rituals of creation. Before you begin, align your energy, declare your desired outcome with conviction, and then take action in alignment with your words. This simple habit can completely change the direction of negotiations because it transforms your words into a magnetic force. Repetition is also essential. Just as words shape the universe, they also shape the human subconscious. Repeating prosperity declarations daily creates new neural pathways that reinforce beliefs in abundance. Gradually, you stop just saying the words and start truly believing and acting in accordance with them. Words also hold collective power. When entire groups come together to talk about crisis, lack, and difficulty, they create a negative vibrational field that affects everyone involved. But when groups gather to speak about growth, abundance, and opportunity, the energy multiplies. This effect can be applied in business teams, communities, and even families. When you understand the power of words, you become more selective about what you say. You start guarding your speech as if tending precious seeds. After all, every phrase you utter is a creation in motion. The more conscious you are of your words, the more conscious you become of the wealth you attract. So remember, in the beginning was the Word, and at the beginning of every new phase of your prosperity, there will also be a word. Use your voice as a tool for conscious creation, and your business will become a living reflection of the abundance you declare.